This can be a huge fear for people as well. What will people think? What will they say? And I think it can really depend. From my own experience and through speaking to many, many others, I think quite often we're pleasantly surprised by the reaction of people. I think we can worry about these things and worry that people will make comments and judge us for using an alternative path to parenthood. Um, I often find that if you give people the context and you allow them to see the journey that you've been on, they more often than not will be empathetic to what that means for you. Sometimes it can feel really difficult to find the words. It can feel quite a personal thing to share. And I have created a resource which allows people to say to family and friends, um, this is what we're doing. Here's some information for you to go and learn about it. And it also talks to them about how they can best support you as a family. When you're embarking down this path, and sort of answer some of the questions that they may have but may not want to ask you. So there are tools out there to help you with this. I think personally, I've not had any real negative reactions. I've had the odd reaction of, oh, I'm not sure whether I could do that, which can be quite difficult to hear because you kind of think to yourself, well, I'm not really asking for your opinion. But it's not obviously something you would do. But then they can never make that judgment because they're not in that position. You can only make this decision if you've been through what you've been through and you're in that position. And so I think it's important that if you're sharing this, you're clear that you're not asking for opinions. You're sharing it with them because it's personal to you. You trust them as a loved one with this information, and that you hope that they will support you with it. So I think it's definitely a worry for many people. I think a generational issue can sometimes come into play where parents or grandparents may not understand how things work, but there are tools out there to help you talk to other people about it. And it can be a huge weight lifted off your shoulders knowing that others are there to support you. And also that if your children then start talking about how they came to be, they're not going to be met with people with blank faces or asking questions, but instead encouragement and empowerment about talking about their story.